with all respect to everyone and how they feel, there's a difference between feeling fat and being fat. Like I have people all day long, and I work in fashion, I work in photography and in the business, and like, oh my God, I feel fat too. It's like, babe, you're 106 pounds. Like I don't fit on a fucking airplane. So like, I'm not, saying get off my levels, but I am saying there's a difference between you feeling like you could lose a couple pounds and me every minute of every day. This is something something your listeners know. When you wake up, you are reminded. The first thought out of your mind is, I probably wasn't breathing well when I was sleeping because I'm fat. And then you get up and it hurts because you're fat. And you go and you look for a chair, and you have to look for the right chair because you're fat. And you're going to go to a restaurant and you have to say, I wonder if those patio chairs fit. And you have a friend who has a fucking Mazda Miata, and you're like, well, I guess I'm driving. Like, that's for real. It's funny, but it's for real. And so when every minute of every hour of every day is this thing, then those platitudes, like everything everyone wants to say to you, oh man, just flip the script and you can do it. Mind over matter. It's like, well, mind over matter, sure. But like, we need infrastructure. So like the thing that, you have a lifelong plan, and what I need to get to is a lifelong plan, but you need to build scaffolding. You need to build infrastructure around it, because if you're changing your habits because of something in your life, because something new came along, because you've got something to do, that's great for, like, again, the average person. If you need to lose 5-10 pounds, that's great. But like the where you used to be and where I am, and this is something that I try to tell people, and of course they can't understand, and I don't blame them for not understanding because they don't know this lived experience. But like, I was talking to a friend yesterday. I was like, I can lose 100 pounds and you'll barely notice. Oh, no. Of course. I'm like, no, because I have lost 100 pounds and you barely noticed. Like, I can lose 200 pounds and I'm still going to be fat. So that's one of those things where it's like, oh man, like I can run a marathon, but like run 10 marathons now, run 50 marathons. And then after 50 marathons, maybe you'll be rewarded. And so like all of that reward, that short-term reward that so many people can see and feel, oh man, this suit fits better, or like I finally got into my bikini for the summer, or whatever, like those things don't really apply to us. And so you have to be so dedicated to it. And the other thing that like I think you're really good at and I'm really good at is this white knuckle thing, where it's like, bro, I am the most stubborn person in the fucking world. I know you are too. And you've done every diet. I haven't really, done all of them, but I will say, oh man, I'll go do this, and for 3 months I'll do something. I lost 93 pounds in 3 months once, and it was rad. And then COVID hit, and here we are. Like I can do the short-term thing, but recreating a life that is counter to everything you've ever lived is the thing that we have to do. And again, it just goes back to like every decision you make. Did you go to sleep at the right time last night? Do you have meal plans for tomorrow? What happens in 10 weeks? What happens when that girl you're in love with breaks your heart and you stop doing it for her? What happens when you lose your job and you're depressed? Without like plans for all those things, none of it works.